Hi guys, it's markabusi here and we're back with not a song reaction but an entire album reaction, and I've decided that I am doing The Tortured Poet Department by Taylor Swift. Today we are only doing first half. I know that she released the album and then 2 hours later dropped like another 15 songs or something. I'm not doing all 31 songs, that's absolutely crazy. I will do the first 16 and then possibly do the second half another time. Full disclosure, the entire video of this will be up on Patreon, so go to patreon.com/markabusi if you want to watch the entire unedited thing. If you don't want to watch the entire unedited thing, then fortunately for you, you're in the right place, because this is going to be heavily edited. It's going to be cut to shit, and I don't want to hear anything in the comments below about, oh, you cut this song and you cut that song. I'm giving you full disclosure right now. I'm doing it. I'm doing that, so deal with it. This video is not a chance for you to listen to Taylor Swift's album. This is a chance for me to listen to Taylor Swift's album and give you my thoughts. The next thing I want to say is, I have been very biased against this woman for a considerable amount of time. It's only very recently that I have started realising that actually I was kind of wrong and I was going in quite biased and judgmental. But I'm willing to be the bigger man and put my hands up and say, yeah, I went in with preconceived notions, and some of them are right, some of them are right, some of them are wrong. I think her pop songs are garbage. I'm dying on that hill. I'm dying on that hill. But I think whenever she does anything that isn't a pop song, it's fucking incredible. Mostly for this one, I expect, right, so here's my expectations for this album. Lyrically, to be phenomenal. If I don't get phenomenal lyrics on this album, I'm gonna be pretty disappointed. I expect reasonably sparse instrumentation. I feel like recently she's been getting a lot more, as she's been kind of straying away from the pop stuff, the instrumentation and the production is getting more sparse, and I like that. I think it suits her voice better, and it's more my kind of style of music.
I was supposed to be sent away, but they forgot to come and get me. I was a functioning alcoholic till nobody noticed my new aesthetic. All of this to say, I hope you're okay, but you're the reason. And no one here's to blame, but what about your quiet treason? And for a fortnight there we were, forever running to you. Sometimes ask about the weather, now you're in my backyard. Turn into good neighbors, your wife waters flowers. I wanna kill her.
So far this has got like quite a cool 80s aesthetic to it, but it's also very, like, if somebody turned round to me and said that this was, like, obviously, right, take the singing away from it, take the singing away. If somebody turned round to me and said that this was the new song from The Weeknd, I'd be like, yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's weird how that shit keeps on kind of going in and out of fashion. Like, 80s music, generally speaking, in my head, 80s music was an absolute disaster. It keeps on making a comeback, and every time it does make a comeback, I'm like, oh yeah, I really like that. I really like that. But I haven't actually sat down and listened to much 80s music to see where it originally came from. Because in my head, and this is the thing that I was saying about earlier on, like when I was saying about Taylor Swift and my preconceived notions, in my head, 80s music's just a disaster in general. So if any of you guys know any kind of cool 80s synth bands kind of like this, Depeche Mode, that I might be interested in listening to, let me know. Let me know. So far, don't quite know what the song's about yet, hopefully I can clarifies it up. I'm assuming at this point Post Malone's about to kick in. Also, she looks cool with the facial tattoos.
All my mornings are Mondays stuck in an endless February. I took the miracle move on drug. The effects were temporary.
Their voices meld really well.
You, it's ruining my life. I touched you for only a fortnight. But I touched you, and for a fortnight there we were, forever running to you. Sometimes ask about the weather. Now you're in my backyard, turned into good neighbors. Your wife waters flowers. I wanna kill her, and for a fortnight there we were, together running to you. Sometimes comment on my sweater. Now you're at the mailbox, turned into good neighbors. My husband is cheating. I wanna kill him.
You could be forgiven for thinking that, like, why the fuck is Post Malone even there? He's literally just adding backing vocals. But their voices together, fucking beautiful. He's got such a good amount of sadness in his voice that just underpins what she's singing so fucking nicely that it makes what is kinda just an 80s chill vibe suddenly quite a fucking sad song, which for an album opener to the Tortured Poets Department, this is 100% the best fucking single that Taylor Swift's ever released. Comfortably. I was concerned when I knew that this was the single and that it was Post Malone that was there, because I listened to Post Malone the other night there just to get an idea as to what he was like. I've never fucking listened to Post Malone. Guy's got a great voice. Guy's got a phenomenal voice. But it's like really kind of poppy and a bit on the boring side. Turns out this, so good. That's so good. Thing is with Post Malone, right? And before anybody goes off on one in the comments, Post Malone seems like a fucking amazing guy. He seems amazing. Like, he's such a cool fucking guy and just lovely. Any interviews I've seen with Post Malone, I'm like, yeah, no, the guy's fucking great. Like, his music, I'm like, I wish his music had a bit more fucking balls to it. Especially when you look at him and you think, right, he's going to have like an edge, and he just doesn't. He just doesn't at all. I still need to hear his. Apparently, he was doing covers of Nirvana songs. Apparently, they're phenomenal. I still need to check those out.
I love you, it's ruining my life. It's ruining my life. I touched you for only a fortnight. I touched you. I love you, it's ruining my life. It's ruining my life.
Yeah, no, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I feel like the video especially had a shit ton of symbolism in there that I just completely missed because I don't know enough about Taylor Swift as a person. I think this is one of the bits that I'm going to struggle with this album, is that I think a lot of the symbolism and imagery and stuff is very, very specific to a lot of stuff to do with her personal life. And as a person, I have absolutely fucking zero interest in Taylor Swift, particularly. So that kind of shit just goes right over my head. And if you guys want to fill me in the comments below and just be like, this song was about this, or that song was about that. I used to kind of dread that a wee bit. I'll be honest. Hey, fuck it, go for it. If there's anything that I've missed, in particular, bits about the songs that kind of got to you and was like, oh, that hit me in the feels for whatever reason, then let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Like, I'm happy to see that shit now. That didn't used to be. It seems to be kinda like, and I'm probably wrong here, but like kinda like a holiday romance type thing, because they just kept on going about how they were together for like a fortnight, and then they had all these connections and stuff, and then that was kind of backed up, I think, by the video where she was slowly turning into Post Malone and Post Malone was slowly turning into her, and then it ended with her marooned on top of a telephone booth for some bizarre fucking reason. So I'm thinking like they met, they connected, they melded, and it was all like really, really great. And then after the 2 weeks away, you're then left feeling a bit kind of empty, hence the marooned imagery. I could be wrong about that. That's my initial first impression, and that is what we're doing. I'm scoring that an 8 because I love the fucking bass synth. I thought the melodies were gorgeous. The mood, it's the mood of the fucking song. The mood of the song is, and for a pop song, it's just a chill, melancholy fucking banger, and I'm happy with that. As an album opener, fantastic.
Typewriter at my apartment, straight from the tortured poets department. I think some things I never say, like who uses typewriters anyway. But you're in self-sabotage mode, throwing spikes down on the road. But I've seen this episode and still love the show. Who else decodes you? And who's gonna hold you like me? And who's gonna know you if not me? I laughed in your face and said, you're not Dylan Thomas, I'm not Patti Smith. This ain't the Chelsea Hotel, we're modern idiots. And who's gonna hold you?
I'm sorry, what now? It's a wee bit fucking uncouth, but right, okay. So I've been saying, and I've maybe been explaining it badly, but this entire time I've been saying my problem basically with Taylor Swift is, firstly, I don't like the pop songs. Secondly, I feel like I want her to always get a bit more edge. I feel like there's almost an edge to the songwriting that she never fully embraces. And it's why I kind of prefer Lana Del Rey, because Lana Del Rey actually leans into that edge. Sometimes too much. But there's always a bit more kind of what I like from music in Del Rey's music than there is in Taylor's music. And I'm not meaning the swearing, right? But the swearing is indicative of, basically, it seems like with this album, straight up, she just doesn't give a fuck anymore. She's just went, fuck it, I'm going to write what the fuck I want. It's just as good to see her unshackled. And I think about a big portion of that is she's only just like finished re-recording the fucking albums and all that kind of shit that she was doing. It's nice to see the fucking rain staying off and just her going, here. I don't know, it kind of feels a bit like kind of shoegazy dream pop type vibe that she's got going on right now, which isn't what I was expecting. I was expecting more kind of acousticy folk indie, but I'm not mad about it. It's a different direction for her from what I've heard previously. It's also a different direction for... It's Jack Antonoff that produced this, isn't it? It's a different direction for him. To an extent. The production in this album is completely unlike previous Jack Antonoff albums that I've listened to.
You smoked then 8, 7 bars of chocolate. We declare Charlie Puth should be a bigger artist. I scratch your head, you fall asleep.
Fuck Charlie Puth. Fuck him.
Like a tattooed golden retriever, but you awaken with dread, pounding nails in your head. But I've read this one where you come undone. I chose this cyclone with you, and who's gonna hold you like me? Who's gonna hold you? And who's gonna know you like me? I laughed in your face and said, you're not Dylan Thomas, I'm not Patti Smith. This ain't the Chelsea Hotel, we're modern idiots. And who's gonna hold you like me? Who's gonna hold you? Sometimes I wonder if you're gonna screw this up with me. But you told Lucy you'd kill yourself if I ever leave. And I had said that to Jack about you, so I felt seen. Everyone we know understands why it's meant to be. 'Cause we're crazy. So tell me, who else is gonna know me? At dinner you take my ring off my middle finger and put it on the one. People put wedding rings on, and that's the closest I've come to my heart exploding. Who's gonna...
Right, no, right. I don't get any of the references. I think Jack's probably Jack Antonoff. I don't know who Lucy is. Some of the other songs that she's done, she writes in kind of broad themes that I feel like, and a lot of bands do this, but they'll write in a kind of broad theme where the fans can then take that theme and apply it to themselves in a particular way to go, oh, they're talking about me, and this is how this relates to my current situation, even though it's nothing like the actual situation that the artist was talking about. And they do that deliberately, because the more that you do that, then the more the audience connects with you and blah, 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 blah. There's no way anybody is going, oh, this song relates to me. No. This is specifically her fucking story, and she's making sure that all the details is in there. She's basically fucking bringing the receipts. The thing I like about it is she was always accused of, you're writing this song about this person. And I'd listen to the song and go, that's just like a breakup song. It's a generic breakup song. I don't know where you're getting this information. This one, I'm like, yeah, okay. Musically, this one isn't grabbing me as much as the opener. Lyrically, it's fucking dynamite. Also, that whole thing about taking the ring off the middle finger and putting it onto the...
Hold you, me. Who's gonna know you, me? And you're not Dylan Thomas, I'm not Patti Smith. This ain't the Chelsea Hotel, we're two idiots. Who's gonna hold you? 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 Gonna know you, gonna show you. You left your typewriter in my
Yeah, that song was pretty good. Lyrically, I think it went way above my head. I don't think I quite understood. I mean, I got the general specifics of the story, but the details are beyond me. Beyond me. So, again, like, feel free to fill me in any day. Because, yeah, I didn't get it. But, right, so musically, I thought pretty good. I really liked the wee twinkly arpeggiator that was in the background. That was gorgeous. The wee hook of the melody when the chorus when she hits the high notes. She is particularly good at just writing an earworm. Even in her worst songs, there's at least a bit where you're like, okay, that bit's catchy. So there's always like a bit where you go, okay, right. You've written the whole song around that wee bit. I get that. That was track 2. I'm gonna say I gave the last song an 8 for a first listen. I'm gonna give it a 6.5. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna give it a 7. We'll always round up. We'll always round up. It's a low 7. It's not gonna be my favourite on the album. I can tell that already. But that's absolutely fine. My boy only breaks his favourite toys. Okay, well, I think we can all see exactly where that song's going. Well done on the emo title. Well done, Taylor. You are becoming more and more emo as the fucking day gets long.
Oh, here we go again. The voices in his head called the rain to end our days of wild. The sickest army doll purchased at the mall. Rivulets descend my plastic smile. But you should have seen him when he first got me. My boy only breaks his favorite toys.
Okay.
I'm queen of sand castles he destroys. Is it a bit too wide? Puzzle pieces in the dead of night. I should've known it was a matter of time. My boy only breaks his favorite toys. There was a
It's a banger. It's a fucking banger. You know what? I don't actually have that much to say. I don't have that much to say about it. So far, banger. Just a straight up fucking banger. It's like if Bat for Lashes was better. I'm not gonna say good, right? Because that's a bit shit. Bat for Lashes are good. But if Bat for Lashes were better, like, I'm gonna go back, but I don't think there is that much in the way of programmed percussion. I think that they're using an electric drum kit. I think they're using an electric drum kit. I'm going to go back a bit and I'll make a decision on that now.
my boy only breaks his favorite toys. There was a litany of reasons why we could have played for keeps this time. I know I'm just repeating myself. Put me back on my shelf. But first, pull the string and I'll tell you that he runs because he loves me. He loves me. Because you shouldn't have seen him when he first saw me.
Okay, either they've done an absolutely fantastic job of programming the velocity action on the drums so that it doesn't all just feel like repetitive, or that is a session drummer that is playing an electric kit. If you just program hi-hats in and you just so you're just typing the hi-hat in like for every hit, it gives you the same action for every single hit of that hi-hat. And you can tell it's mechanical and robotic because it's just like constantly. Whereas if somebody's going like that, their kind of right hand is going to be hitting the hi-hat harder than the left hand. So it's slightly quieter. If you're programming it, you need to go in and drop the velocity of like different notes and stuff. It's just, it becomes a pain in the fucking ass when you could just get an electric kit and get a session drummer in to just sit and play it. It's actually quicker. It's quicker and it's probably cheaper and much easier. I'm still saying, because as well, the fact that she does, when she's doing this live, she will have a band playing. She needs to have somebody that's coming in and playing it to prove that it's possible to play it. She's not going to use a backing track, which I doubt she will, because I've not seen her use a backing track yet.
My boy only breaks his favorite toys.
That's a hook.
I'm queen of sand castles he destroys. Cause I knew too much. There was danger in the heat of my touch. He saw forever, so he smashed it up.
Right, so basically, for what I can tell, right, my boy always breaks his favourite toys. She's the queen of sand castles and shit. He loves her, and that scares him. So he's deliberately sabotaged the relationship due to just fear of commitment or fear of. But no, yeah, commitment. He's deliberately fucked it up because he's scared that he'll accidentally fuck it up, and then. If she, like, so then he can turn around and say, he can justify it to himself by saying, well, it got fucked up because I did this and I did that deliberately. That's a safer option for him than just, I really tried at this and it just didn't work. Because that's scary. I can, that's relatable. That's relatable. That's my takeaway at this point. But then also, all of that wrapped up in an absolute fucking pop banger.
Once I fix me, he's gonna miss me. Once I fix me, he's gonna miss me. Just say when I play again, he was my best friend. Down at the Sandlot, I felt more when we played pretend than with all the canvas cards. He took me out of my box, stole my tortured heart, left all these broken parts, and told me I'm better off.
The overall thematic image of the song seems to be, I'm going to say two kids, but like two kids playing in a sandbox, and which then also has the metaphor of like, say, like sandbox games where it's you basically get dumped in and you can create your own world. And so she's got that metaphor going where she's like, right, okay, so it's two people who are in this little sandbox and they create a world together. He helped her to escape from her sandbox because she had kind of boxed herself in with what she thought she was capable of, and he brought out the best in her. But then through fear, he then burned it all to the ground. I think lyrically that's the strongest one she's done, possibly. But musically, it wasn't quite as strong as the opening track. The opening track's still my favourite at this point. It's so good. Such a good opening track. I feel like the lyrics step up to an 8. So yeah, at this point we're at 8, 7, 8. That's lovely. That's so weird and cool. Oh.
Did you really beat me up in a cloud of sparkling dust?
Right, straight away. The instrumentation is so cool. The bass has got a weird kind of happening. It's just nice. The opening synth is just fucking weird, and then you had that lovely kinda. It wasn't like a real xylophone, but kinda xylophone-esque thing came in. It's just all the instruments that they put together. Nice. It's just nice.
Did you really beat me up in a cloud of sparkling dust just to do experiments on? Tell me I was the chosen one. Showed me that this world is bigger than us, then sent me back where I came from. For a moment I knew cosmic love. Now I'm down bad, crying at the gym. Everything comes out, teenage petulance. Fuck it if I can't have him. I might just die, it would make no difference. Down bad, waking up in blood. Staring at the sky, come back and pick me up. Fuck it if I can't have us. I might just not get up, I might stay down bad.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. The wee kind of nod to Florence and the Machine there with the Cosmic Love reference. Nice. I like that. I don't know if that's deliberate. Florence and the Machine also have a song called Cosmic Love, and I was just saying there is possibly a correlation between her deliberately choosing the phrase Cosmic Love because she's got Florence and the Machine doing a guest appearance on the album. That's all I was saying, guys. That's it. So far, quite liking this song. This might potentially maybe my favourite. It's a bit early days yet, but I'm really liking the whole, like, I like the alien abduction theme. It's the whole, like, oh, I've been taken out of this world and I got shown all these new fucking wonders and stuff, and then you just dumped me and left me and everything's fucking grey again, and now I'm just gonna go and be a bad bitch.
Staring at the sky, come back and pick me up. Fuck it if I can't have us. I might just not get up, I might stay down bad. Fuck it if I can't have him. Down bad. Fuck it if I can't have him. Did you take all my old clothes just to leave me here naked and alone in a field in my same old town that somehow seems so hollow now? They'll say I'm nuts if I talk about the existence of you. For a moment I was heaven struck. Now I'm down bad, crying at the gym.
No, I'm going back for that. The wee vocal harmony that was kind of fading in and out between the headphones, that was fucking beautiful.
For a moment I was heaven struck. Now I'm down bad, crying
hold
at
on.
the gym. For a moment I was heaven struck. Now I'm down bad.
I don't know if she's singing something different, or if she's singing the same thing and they've reversed it. That's a fucking weird harmony. And then it's got a shit ton of reverb on it and a shit ton of delay on it. Yeah, that's so pretty sounding.
Of you. For a moment I was heaven struck. Now I'm down bad, crying at the gym. Everything comes out, teenage petulance. Fuck it if I can't have him. I might just die, it would make no difference. Down bad, waking up in blood. Staring at the sky, come back and pick me up. Fuck it if I can't have us. I might just not get up, I might stay down bad. Like I lost my twin. Fuck it if I can't have him. Down bad, waving at the ship. Fuck it if I can't have him. I loved your hostile takeovers, encounters closer and closer. All your indecent exposure. was in love. So fuck you if I can't have us.
That's...
Cause fucking I was in love. Now I'm down bad crying at the gym.
Yeah.
Everything comes out, teenage petulance. Fuck it if I can't have him. I might just die, it would make no difference. Down bad, waking up in blood. Staring at the sky, come back and pick me up. Fuck it if I can't have us. I might just not get up, I might stay down bad. Like I lost my twin. Fuck it if I can't have him. Down bad, leaving at the shed. Fuck it if I can't have him. Like I lost my twin. Fuck it if I can't have him. Down bad, leaving at the shed. Fuck it if I can't have him.
No, I'm not going to say 9. I'm not going to say 9, it's a 10. That song's a fucking 10. Lyrically, that song is absolutely fucking fantastic. It's got a really clear idea of what it is that she wants to say, and there's no fucking about with it. It's just, it takes the metaphorical imagery and it sees it through. It's not half-baked in any way. She's taken the metaphor and she's exhausted it to its full fucking potential, and she's used that to explore the start of the relationship to the end of the relationship and all the shit in between. Then talks about what it is that you do after that shit's happened to you. How do you then get yourself back on your own 2 feet? Like, the production on that song was fucking incredible. It's so weird. So weird. Like, for a Taylor Swift album, the production on that song was off the charts fucking weird. This is exactly the kind of shit that more pop artists should be trying to do. Stop playing it so fucking safe. How dare you think it's romantic to leave me safe and stranded is a fucking genius line. Also, the constant refrain of fuck it, I was in love, or fuck it if it can't be us, and just like, because it's Taylor Swift, it has, you don't expect it, it has a bit more of an emotional punch to hear her coming out with a line like that. As a fucking perfect song. I'm coming at this and I'm judging this in terms of pop music. It would be unfair to turn around and say, like, it's not as good as Freebird. It's a different thing. So you kind of need to take it on comparison to the music that firstly, she's done in the past. Secondly, that her contemporaries are putting out. You can't compare it to, like, other genres and stuff like that. So when I'm saying that's a perfect song, I mean in terms of contemporary pop music. It's fucking brilliant. It's so much more interesting and subversive than what you're hearing on the radio at this point. But you could absolutely 100% have that on the radio and it would just be a banger. Although you couldn't. You'd have to bleep out so much of that song. So Long London. Here we go, guys. Okay.
I saw in my mind fairy lights through the mist. I kept calm and carried the weight of the rift. Pulled him in tighter each time he was drifting away. My spine split from carrying us up the hill. Wet through my clothes, weary bones caught the chill. I stopped trying to make him laugh, stopped trying to drill the safe. Thinking, how much sad did you think I had? Did you think I had in me? Oh, the tragedy, so long. London, you'll find someone. I didn't opt in to be your odd man out. I founded the club she's heard great things about. I left all I knew, you left me at the house by the heath. I stopped CPR after all, it's no use. The spirit was gone, we would never come to. And I'm pissed off you let me give you all that youth for free.
Oh.
For so...
No, I'm sorry. Some fucking solid lyrics. Here's the thing, right? So at this point, right, I feel like the album was starting to kind of get a bit... tempo-wise, too similar. This song's, I mean, it's not exactly like a fast song, but the bass drum is giving this a drive that the previous couple of songs didn't have, and I think the album needed. So it kind of feels like it's kicking it into gear a little bit. Is this so far the greatest album ever written? No, of course it isn't. But I don't know how anybody can listen to this album and not turn around and go, yeah, the creativity on display here is off the fucking charts. The thing that's surprising me the most at this point is the technicality or the instrumentation. I'm used to she has her pop bangers, which I just suspected were like written on a piano or a guitar and given over to a producer. I've said this before, right? I suspected that was the case. And then like our acoustic stuff like Caroline and that, where she's definitely playing the instruments and stuff, but they're always like really stripped back. And I kind of assumed she's a good guitarist and a good piano player. I didn't expect this. I did not expect this. Like, genuinely fucking brilliant. And this song kind of feels, mood-wise and instrument-wise, kinda... Right, because here's the thing though, right? I'm making connections in my head. This feels like an Animal Collective song, but with really strong melodies and fucking incredible lyrics.
The spirit was gone, we would never come to. And I'm pissed off you let me give you all that youth for free.
Such a fucking good line.
For so long, London, stitches undone, 2 graves, 1 gun. I'll find someone. And you say I abandoned the ship, but I was going down with it. My white knuckle dying grip, holding tight to your quiet resentment. And my friend said it isn't right to be scared. Every day a love affair, every breath feels like rarest air. When you're not sure if he wants to be there.
Oh, right, there's so much to take in. My friend said it isn't right to be scared every day of a love affair. That's the kind of line that you can only write when you are genuinely fucking broken. There's no fake, I'm going to write a breakup song here, guys. This is why it is relatable, right? Because anybody who's been through a really bad breakup, yeah, it's like she's managing to put really succinctly, but also in a really kind of lyrically deft way, things that everybody's always thought. See what this needs, right? All this needs is a snare. See if a snare comes in, just to kind of go, right, let's add a wee bit more, like, let's add a wee bit more punch to the chorus. Oh, this would be off the fucking charts.
like rarest air when you're not sure if he wants to be there. So how much sad did you think I had? Did you think I had in me? How much tragedy? Just how low did you think I'd go for? I'd self-implode for I'd have to go be free. You swore that you loved me, but where were the clues? I died on the altar waiting for the proof. You sacrificed us to the gods of your bluest days. And I'm just getting color back into my face. I'm just mad as hell 'cause I loved this place for so long. London had a good run, a moment of war. But I'm not the one. So long, London, stitches undone, two graves, one gone. You'll find someone.
That was a 10. That was a 10. Possibly an 11. You know what? No, it's an 11. It's an 11. I'll tell you why, right? It didn't need the snare. The snare would have detracted from the lyrics. That was a fucking lyrical tour de force. That lyrically, easily the best song on the album so far. That was fucking nuts. That was so depressing. You just want to fucking gear a wee hug and go, are you actually alright? Like, what the fuck? This is like the least easy listening pop album that has ever been created. You know what I mean? There's gonna be millions of wee teenage lassies that buy this that are just gonna get fucking broken.
I forget how the West was won. I forget if this was ever fun. I just learned these people only raise you to cage you.
Twinkly guitars.
Sarah's and Hannah's in the Sunday best, clutching their pearls, sighing what a mess. I just learned these people try and save you, 'cause they hate you. Too high a horse for a simple girl to rise above it. They slammed the door on my whole world, the one thing I wanted. Now I'm running with my dress unbuttoned, screaming, but daddy, I love him. I'm having his baby. No, I'm not, but you should see your faces. I'm turning to Flora through the fences. No, I'm not.
The album so far has been quite emotionally devastating, and it's nice to see her injecting a wee bit of sense of humour in there. Total fucking change of pace musically. It has went a lot less 80s synthtronic, and it's went more kinda traditional Taylor Swift here. I don't know, I was kind of preferring the synth stuff, but at the same time, lyrically I'm finding this quite interesting. You're saying this is about the fans telling her who to date. I was seeing it as kinda an attack on like society as a whole, trying to control women back, but it seemed to me as if she was basically like, since the start of America, men have had control and say over what I do and what I'm like, my autonomy, and they're up on their pedestal. I can't do anything about it. So instead, I'm just going to go about and kind of do what the fuck I want. I mean, it turns out I'm getting that completely fucking wrong, but that was my original takeaway.
forget how the West was won. I forget if this was ever fun. I just learned these people only raise you to cage you. Sarah's and Hannah's in the Sunday best, clutching their pearls, sighing what a mess. I just learned these people try and save you, 'cause they...
You've got, in the first lyric, they're talking about like how the West was created and stuff. So you've got like state, and then here when they're talking about Sunday best, you've got church. And I was just assuming that it was a whole thing about how the church and the state are trying to control Taylor Swift, but by extension, women.
hate you. To hire a horse for a simple girl to rise above it. They slammed the door on my whole world, the one thing I wanted. Now I'm running with my dress unbuttoned, screaming, but daddy, I love him. I'm having this baby. No, I'm not, but you should see your faces. I'm turning to Flora through the fences. No, I'm not coming to my senses. I know he's crazy, but he's the one I want. Dutiful daughter, all my plans were laid. Tendrils tucked into a woven braid. Growing up precocious sometimes means not growing up at all. He was chaos, he was revelry. Bedroom eyes like a remedy. Soon enough, the elders had convened down at the city hall. Stay away from her. The saboteurs protested too much. Lord knows the words we never heard. Just screeching tires of true love. And I'm running with my dress unbuttoned, screaming, but daddy, I love him. I'm having his baby. No, I'm not, but you should see your faces. I'm telling it to Flora through the fences. No, I'm not coming to my senses. I know he's crazy, but he's the one I want. I'll tell you something right now. I'd rather burn my whole life down than listen to one more second of all this bitching and moaning. I'll tell you something about my good name. It's mine alone to disgrace. I don't cater to all these vipers dressed in empire clothing. God save the most judgmental creeps who say they want what's best for me. Sanctimoniously performing soliloquies I'll never see.
Oh.
Thinking it can change what's best for
I said in the Discord, which by the way, guys, for you watching on YouTube, feel free to join the Discord. It is linked in the description below and it's on the main channel page. I said in the Discord that my favourite Fiona Apple lyric, and I'm going back to this, I don't care, right? I said that my favourite Fiona Apple lyric was, "Nothing I do does nothing but give me more to do. It's true I do imbue my blue, and to myself I make it better." And I really, really love the way that she's managed to string so much fucking words together that rhyme and the rhythm of it and stuff. Like, I can barely say it because I'm useless. When she sings it, it's just got this weird flow to it, and I really love like cadence that is absolutely gorgeous. Meaning, doesn't matter what a day, I just get more miserable, and it's true what you're saying. Like, a day make myself worse. She's doing a song about how in a relationship she's her own worst fucking enemy, and like she keeps on self-sabotaging because she's depressed, she's not really been able to get over it, and she keeps on using that as a crutch to kind of beat any guy that she's with due to a lack of trust, and it fucks every relationship she's in. Is basically her whole thing. It's a genius fucking couplet of lyrics though, right? What I really like about the next line that Taylor does is it's got the same kind of thing. It's got nice kind of cadence. It's just a really juicy fucking selection of words that she's thrown together, and the melody that she's got with it is just it all just works to just be a really fucking cool section.
For me, sanctimoniously performing soliloquies I'll never see.
Beautiful.
Thinking it can
Beautiful.
change the beat of my heart when he touches me and counteract the chemistry and undo the destiny. You ain't gotta pray for me in my wild part and all this wild joy. If all you want is great for me, then it's just white noise, and it's just my choice. There's a lot of people in town that I bestow upon my fakest smiles. Scandal does funny things to pride, but brings lovers closer. We came back when the heat died down. Went to my parents and they came around. All the wine moms are still holding out, but fuck 'em, it's over. Now I'm dancing in my dress in the sun, and even my daddy just loves it. Mom is lady, and oh my God, you should see her face this time. Doesn't it give some perspective? I know you can't come to the wedding. I know he's crazy, but he's the one I want. I'll tell you something right now. You ain't gotta pray for me in my wild part and all this wild joy. She was revelry. If all you want is great for me, then it's just white noise. It's my choice. Screaming, but daddy, I love him. I'm having his baby. No, I'm not. It's you. Should see your faces. But oh my God, you should see your faces.
That song was a wee bit of a sleeper for me, I'll be honest. When it first started, I was like, I'm not feeling this one as much. But the back half of that song kicked off massively. It was fucking great. And it's one of those things though where I think like the more I listen to it, the more I'll appreciate it, because I know that it's heading to that bit that I do like. Now that I know what the song's about, I'll probably have more appreciation for the lyrics in the opening half of it. It turns out, yeah, no, absolutely, as a massive fuck you to the crazy fans that were kept on trying to control her. And you know what? It's about time. It's about time. Because celebrity culture's fucking weird and I don't really understand it. Like, I like some celebrities, but to get to the point of obsessive where you know the ins and outs of every single fucking aspect of their lives, that's weird. If you're not that invested, fine, right? That's fine. But to then get to the next level where you think that because they go out of their way to try and kind of provide some kind of content and entertainment, then you then somehow have some kind of ownership over that person? No, go fuck yourself. How difficult this shit must be for her. Because who the fuck is anybody to tell her who she can and can't date? Who knows what happens in any relationship behind closed doors? And it's no one else's place to judge. Like, you see couples together and people sit there and go, oh, I don't know what the fuck they two are doing together. Maybe they make each other fucking happy. You ever considered that? That maybe actually, right? Maybe that when she's just sitting there writing a fucking song and she's just, it's a Thursday afternoon and she's just sitting watching the telly in the living room with her fucking boyfriend. Maybe she's happy. All your job is, as a fan, is to sit and listen to the fucking music and enjoy it. The next song is Fresh Out the Slammer. Right, okay, before we get into this, who was in the Slammer and why are they now fresh out of the Slammer? Well, that's just beautiful. It's beautiful.
Now, pretty baby, I'm running back home to you. Fresh out the slammer, I know who my first call will be too. Fresh out the slammer, another summer taking cover, burning thunder. He don't understand me. Splintered back in winter, silent dinners, bitter. He was with her in dreams. Gray and blue and fights and tunnels, handcuffed to the spell I was under. For just 1 hour of sunshine, years of labor, locks and ceilings, in the shade of how he was feeling. But it's gonna be alright, I did my time. Now, pretty baby, I'm running back home to you.
That's gorgeous.
Fresh out the slammer, I know who my first call will be too. Fresh out the slammer, camera flashes, welcome bashes, get the matches, toss the ashes off the ledge. As I said in my letters, now that I know better, I will never lose my baby again. My friends tried it, I wouldn't hear it. Watch me daily disappearing for just one glimpse of his smile. All those nights he kept me going, swirled you into all of my poems. Now we're at the starting line, I did my time. Now, pretty baby, I'm running to the house. We still wait up in that porch like leaves. To the one who says I'm the girl of his American dreams. And no matter what I've done, it wouldn't matter anyway. Ain't no way I'm gonna screw up now that I know what's at stake here. At the park where we used to sit on children's swings, wearing imaginary rings. But it's gonna be alright, I did my time.
That one didn't really do it for me, I'll be honest. I felt like that one production was really nice and the lyrics were decent, but it felt a bit safe when you compare it to what she's been doing the entire album previous to this. It's just a bit safe. It feels a bit kind of like, I get the lyrical imagery and stuff, and it's fine, but it doesn't have that it doesn't have the same kind of punch to it that the previous songs did. Musically, it was nice. Instrumentally, it's no fucking weird. Like the previous songs have been weird. It's not a bad song in any way, but it is quite forgettable, I feel. It's the weakest song in the album so far. It is. The other songs all had areas where I went, okay, that's actually just fucking blowing my mind. It was either like a bit of the music was so fucking weird that you were like, am I currently listening to a Taylor Swift album? Or lyrics absolutely punched you in the gut. And Yeah, it was fine. It's a good song. It's just a good song. It's not a great song. So I'm going to score that one a 6. And the thing is, like, it's going to be one of those ones where I'll listen to it again, and because that's the other thing. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm giving like a first impression. I don't know how I'm going to feel about the album in 2 weeks' time. As the pop commodity that she is, there are limitations put on her. Possibly by herself, but I feel like this is the most adventurous album she's made. As it stands right now, I'll take one song in there that's because it's rare I find an album where I like every single song. The next song is Florida, which I have been told is the best song on this album. So I am excited.
You can beat the heat if you beat the charges too. They said I was a cheat. I guess it must be true. And my friends all smell like weed or little babies.
That's
and
a good
the city
line.
reeks of driving myself crazy.
How old's Taylor Swift? She's like early 30s. I think. It's like, I want to say like 33, 34. That's a good line. Because that's the thing though. At that point, yeah, your friends are all either grown up and getting married, at which point you feel like you're kind of missing out because you've not achieved that yet, or they're total fucking wasters and you're like, those guys are dragging me down. I think everybody who hasn't got their shit together, or like everybody who's in that middle ground of I don't feel like I've got my shit together yet, but I'm also slightly further on than like the absolute idiocy that I was in my 20s, can relate to that whole I'm looking around me and I'm just seeing the two friend groups and I'm stuck in the fucking middle and I don't belong to either one anymore and it's weird.
Little babies, and the city reeks of driving myself crazy. Little did you know your home's really only a town you're just a guest in. So you work your life away just to pay for a timeshare down in Destin, Florida. Is one hell of a drug.
Oh no.
Florida. Can I use you?
Okay. Right. Things that I like about this song. The drums coming in for 7 beats and not 8. That's nice. It's nice. You expect that 8th beat, didn't happen. Fucking genius. Also, the Florence and the Machine vibes. They've somehow put the production on this song to sound like it could be a Florence and the Machine song. Because those drums are very, very Florence and the Machine. Genius. Yeah, no, that's a banging way to come into the chorus. Yeah, happy with that.
Destin, Florida. Is one hell of a drug.
Yes.
Florida. Can I use you? A hurricane with my name when it came. I got drunk and I dared it to wash me away. Barricaded in the bathroom with a bottle of wine. Well, me and my ghost, we had a hell of a time. Yes, I'm haunted, but I'm feeling just fine. All my girls got their lace and their crimes, and your cheating husband disappeared. Well, no one asks any questions here. So I did my best to lay to rest all of the bodies that have ever been on my body, and in my mind they sink into the swamp.
Yes.
Is that a bad thing to say in a song? Little did you know you're 100, only the time you'll get arrested. So you pack your life away just to wait out the shitstorm back in Texas. Florida is one hell of a drug. Florida. Can I use you?
Oh.
I need to forget, so take
No. no, 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 no. They're really fucking high back and this song's beautiful. This song's so cool. It's just a really cool, moody fucking vibe. Florence Welch has got a beautiful singing voice. The chorus is just cool.
I need to forget, so take me to Florida. I've got some regrets, I'll bury them in Florida. Tell me I'm despicable, say it's unforgivable. At least the dolls are beautiful, fuck me out, Florida. I need to forget, so take me to Florida. I got some regrets, I'll bury them in Florida. Tell me I'm despicable, say it's unforgivable. What a crash, what a rush, fuck me out, Florida. It's one hell of a drive. It's one hell of a drive. Love loves me like this, and I don't want to exist, so take me to Florida. Did you know your home's really only a town you're just a guest in? So you work your life away just to pay for a timeshare down in Destin. Little did you know your home's really only the town you'll get arrested. So you pack your life away just to wait out the shitstorm back in Texas. Florida is one hell of a drug. Florida, can I use you? Florida is one hell of a drug. Florida, go and fuck me up.
I'm not gonna lie, right? I have no idea what that song's about because I paid almost no attention to the lyrics because I was just getting swept up in how fucking beautiful the music was. It started with Taylor's part, that was nice. The chorus came in, chorus was fucking but then you get to Florence Welch's bit, lyrically, really cool. Don't know what it was about, wasn't paying attention. The singing was absolutely gorgeous. And then when it gets to the next bit and the two of them are singing over the top of each other and there's just vocal harmonies all over the fucking place, swimming around and yeah, like between the cans. That is vocally Taylor's best performance on the album so far. I think that she deliberately raised her game to try and compete with Florence. I'm gonna give that one. I'm gonna give that one a 10. That one's a 10, especially on an album like this where there is actually a shit ton of really kind of weird synth stuff happening, just swimming back and forth. The next video is Guilty as Sin.
Drowning in the blue Nile, he sent me downtown lights. I hadn't heard it in a while, my boredom's bone deep. This cage was once just fine. Am I allowed to cry? I dream of cracking locks.
I think I've missed a bunch lyrically here. I think I've missed a bunch.
Drowning in the blue Nile, he sent me downtown lights. I hadn't heard it in a while, my boredom's bone deep. This cage was once just fine. Am I allowed to cry? I dream of cracking locks, throwing my life to the wolves or the ocean rocks, crashing into him tonight.
nice.
These longings locked in lowercase inside a vault. Someone told me there's no such thing as bad thoughts. Only your actions talk. These fatal fantasies giving way too late.
This song's about Matty Healy. It's getting a 4. It's getting a 4. Getting a 4 out of 10 straight away. And I quite like this song. But it's getting a 4 out of 10. What a prick. What a prick that boy is. I have spent so long insulting Taylor Swift and other bands. Loads of bands. I've never spent enough time on this channel making fun of 1975. Because holy fuck, what an absolute shit show of a band that is. The most insipid fucking pile of dog wank to call themselves a rock band. Fuck off. Absolutely fucking useless. Useless. The 1975, right, is what happens when daddy's money buys you a record deal. The lowest of the fucking low. So many posers out there are like, oh, I fucking love the 1975. They're like real rock music. Shut the fuck up. He's a clown. And also, he looks like a prick. He looks like a prick.
Labored breath taking all of me. We've already done it in my head. If it's make believe, why does it feel like a vow? We'll both uphold somehow. What if he's written mine on my upper thigh, only in my mind? One slip and falling back into the hedge maze. Oh, what a way to die. My bedsheets are ablaze. I screamed his name, building up like waves, crashing over my grave without ever touching his skin. How can I be guilty as sin?
See, right, but then, right, here's the other issue, right, which is on the back of what I'm just saying, right, is that, like, despite everything that I've just said about Matty Healy, the guy does have a certain level of sex appeal, and it's because he presents this whole kind of bad boy image of, it's not like full bad boy, he's got this image of like, haha, I'm a bit cheeky in that, and like, you're going to have a interesting time with me. I can understand how some people see that and go, oh, I'm going to try and get into this. But then it's a fucking shame, because then she goes and she enters into a relationship with somebody like that, and then like if you fall for that, then you can't control how you feel about somebody. But you know what, right? Then this leads nicely back into previous songs where it's like everybody was like, ah, but you know what? She can do what she fucking wants. But that's kind of the whole point, is that she can just do whatever the fuck she wants, and we can sit back and be like, that's a shame. Like, I don't think he's a nice guy. I don't think he's right for her. There's nothing to fucking do with us. Nothing to do with us. You need to let her make her mistakes. She'll be happy eventually, maybe, or she'll die miserable and alone. That's your two options.
What if I roll the stone away? They're gonna crucify me anyway.
She was doing her bad bitch
What if
phase.
the way you hold me is actually what's holy? If long-suffering propriety is what they want from me, they don't know how you've haunted me so stunningly. I choose you and me
Yes!
religiously.
Oh, the lyrics were so good. The lyrics were so good. Was that about, like, that seems like it's about the fans? Which is like, basically, if you want ownership of me and you want to be able to tell me what to fucking do, then you're coming at this, but you don't know what's going on in my head. You don't know how I feel, and you don't know how much I care about this guy. Lovely.
What if he's written mine on my upper thigh, only in my mind. One slip and falling back into the hedge maze. Oh, what a way to die. I keep recalling things we never did. Messy talk, lip kiss. How I long for our tryst. Without ever touching his skin, how can I be guilty as sin? He sent me downtown lights. I hadn't heard it in a while. Am I allowed to cry?
Okay, yeah, that one was decent. It was decent. I'm gonna say, musically, quite liked it. It was nice and soft. The synths were all really, really fucking nice and spacey sounding. The drums were quite kind of cool 80s vibe to it and stuff. Vocally, yeah, lovely. I don't think it's a standout track for me. I think I'm going to score that one an 8. Because there's bits of that song that I thought were genuinely fucking beautiful. And I think I'm going to give it an 8 because then if I come back to it, I think it might score higher. I think, if I'm being totally honest with you, the Matt Healy rant that I went on kind of derailed my attention to the song a little bit, which is on me. That's on me. So the next song is Who's Afraid of Little Old Me? And I think the answer is anyone that she's been in a past relationship with. Because holy fuck, she just goes about destroying people. Yeah, based on this, the fans should also be slightly scared. Because it turns out she does not give a fuck anymore. The amount of lines in this album that feels a lot like, you know what, guys, every one of you that's listening to me right now can kind of go fuck yourselves. Kind of brilliant. She knows that she's so powerful that she can kind of get away with it. And at this point, she's now just went, I don't actually care. Because she could basically retire now if she wanted to. She could blow her career up and still be comfortable for the rest of her life by quite a margin. So what really has she got to lose? Next song, Who's Afraid of Little Old Me?
The who's who of who's that is poised for the attack, but my bare hands paved their paths. You don't get to tell me about sad.
Oh.
If you wanted me dead, you should have just said.
Oh, this is a mood.
Nothing makes me feel more alive. So I leap from the gallows and I levitate down your street. Crash the party like a record scratch as I scream. Who's afraid of little old me?
Oh. Yes.
The scandal was contained. The bullet had just grazed. At all costs, keep your good name. You don't get to tell me you feel bad. Is it a wonder I broke? Let's hear one more joke. Then we could all just laugh until I cry. So I leap from the gallows and I levitate down your street. Crash the party like a record scratch as I scream. Who's afraid of little old me? gentle till the circus life made me mean. Don't you worry, folks, we took out all her teeth. Who's afraid of little old me? Well, you should be, you should be, you should be, you should be.
Musically, right? Not the singing or the lyrics or anything, but musically, it feels like Tori Amos. Like Tori Amos usually has the piano kind of really front and center, but take that out, like her backing music is really similar to this. It's just it's such a dark fucking mood. It's really yeah. This one so far, it's up there. It's up there. Also, I really like how she's doing perfectly normal vocals for this entire song, apart from when she does the refrain of "Who's Afraid of Little Old Me," and she's just fucking belting that shit, because it just gives it, the first time she does it, gives it such a fucking punch.
Should be, you should be, you should be, you should be. So tell me everything is not about me, but what if it is?
Genius.
Then say they didn't do it to hurt me, but what if they did? I wanna snarl and show you just how disturbed this has made me. You wouldn't last an hour in the asylum where they raised me. So all you kids can sneak into my house with all the cobwebs. I'm always drunk on my own tears. Isn't that what they all said? That I'll sue you,
Yeah.
if you step on my lawn. That I'm fearsome and I'm wretched and I'm wrong. Put narcotics into all of my songs, and that's why you're still singing along. So I leap from the gallows and I levitate down your street, crash the party like a record scratch as I scream. Who's afraid of little old me? I was tame, I was gentle till the circus life made me mean. Don't you worry, folks, we took out all her teeth. Who's afraid of little old me? Well, you should be, you should be, you should be. 'Cause you lured me, and you hurt me, and you taught me. Caged me, and then you called me crazy. I am what I am 'cause you trained me. So who's afraid of me? Who's afraid of little old me? Who's afraid of little old me?
Okay. Okay. So, a lot to unpack there. Things that I don't like. Well, one thing that I don't like. I don't like that she mixed the metaphors of the circus freak with being a witch. So, my only issue, pick one or the other and then see it through to the end. And I prefer the witch metaphor better. There's so much to unpack in there. I don't even think I've got half of that. I don't even think I've gotten half of that, honestly. There was the genius wee bit where they were like, oh, you've like put drugs into every song. Because they are hooky as fuck. Kids coming onto her lawn and her being like a scary woman, and it's I'm going to be 100% honest. Lyrically, that song, there's no way I'm passing everything out of that song that it's got to give in one listen. There's too much in that song. A lot of the songs I've been able to go, right, the broad strokes I'm getting, some of the finer details I don't quite understand. That one, there's so much to unpick. That was a 10. That one was a 10. Musically, vibey as fuck. Lyrically, really dense. Her high singing at the end when she was singing about being the witch was her backing vocals were fucking unhinged. So the next song is I Can Fix Him. No, really, I can. Okay, instantly weird.
The smoke cloud billows out his mouth like a freight train through a small town.
Okay.
The jokes that he told across the bar were revolting and far too loud. They shake their heads saying, God help her when I tell him he's my man. But your good Lord doesn't need to lift a finger. I can fix him, no, really I can. And only I can. The dopamine races through his brain on a 6-lane Texas highway. His hand so callous from his pistol softly traces hearts on my face. And I could see it from a mile away, a perfect case for my certain skill set. He had a halo of the highest grade, he just hadn't met me yet. They shake their heads saying, God help her when I tell him he's my man. But your good Lord doesn't need to lift a finger. I can fix him, no, really I can. And only I can.
This is stunning. This is stunning. Like, it's got cowboy vibes. Do any of you remember the theme tune to season 1 of True Detective? I think it was by the Handsome Family. It's got that kind of level of like just dirty Americana country vibe. The guitar work in here is fucking gorgeous. And the melody's just moody and it's all dark sounding. The bass is fucking.
And only I can. Good boy, that's right. Come close, I'll show you heaven if you'll be an angel. All night, trust me, I can handle me a dangerous man. No, really, I can't. They shook their heads saying, God help her when I told them he's my man. But your good Lord didn't need to lift a finger. I can fix him, no, really, I can. Whoa, maybe I can't.
The bit that made that cool, right, was the whoa. It says a lot without going into too much detail. But basically, she's spent the entire song going, listen, I know the guy's an asshole, but don't fucking worry about it. Like, I've got this. I've been with people before who are a bit dickish, and I've been able to handle them. I can handle this guy. And then just, you do the entire song where it's like, where she's like singing as if like she's completely in control, and she's like, look, I know what I'm fucking doing. I've been with people like this before, blah, 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 blah. And then you end it just on, whoa, actually, no, I'm at my depth. The subtlety of that is fucking amazing. It's like, as is building up, and you're wanting another verse. Like, you're wanting it to go on and for her to go and explain more as to what's going on, right? And then it just stops with a, oh fuck, I'm in my depth here. That's genius. That's fucking genius songwriting. Like, I get from a musical standpoint that you would want to go in and get more out of that song and get like a kind of bigger ending. But from a storytelling point of view, the abrupt ending of that is just, I'm seeing it as something like she just suddenly realizes, oh, hold on a fucking second, he's like much worse than I was expecting. Like I actually I actually can't handle him when I've been able to handle arseholes in the past. This one's so much worse. And it was just like, because and the reason I've got that is because of the whoa. And it's just like, you just kind of go, well, actually, what the fuck have I just done? 10. 10. That song's a 10. That might be my favourite song in the album. That might be my favourite song in the album. It is exactly the kind of fucking mood that I like. Also, just lyrically, genius. Fucking genius. The next song is LOML. I don't know. I actually don't know what that means. Don't know what that means. But fuck it, we'll go in, we'll listen to it, and we'll see if it's any good. That's Pray.
Who's gonna stop us from waltzing back into rekindled flames? If we know the steps anyway, we embroidered the memories of the time I was away. Stitching, we were just kids, babe. I said I don't mind, it takes time. I thought I was better safe than starry-eyed. I felt a glow like this, never before and never since. If you know it in one glimpse, it's legendary. You and I go from one kiss to getting married, still alive, killing time at the cemetery, never quite buried in your suit and tie, in the nick of time. You low down boy, you stand up guy, you Holy Ghost. You told me I'm the love of your life. You said I'm the love of your life. About a million times.
It is actually the repeating high note that makes that such a simplistic little musical motif. It just becomes an earworm because the repetition of it. It's easy to listen to. You know it's coming, and then you can kind of just sit back and just allow it. That then just lets the rest of the music wash over you. Like, the piano's so simple, and the way it's been produced is so kind of stripped back and free of. Well, there's not a lot of treble on the piano, there's actually quite a lot of bass, then leaves a lot of room for her vocals. Is this song about. The song seems to be about going back to like a kind of teenage romance or like an early romance, and how easy it is to just kind of put aside all the bullshit that happened to you in the meantime and just fall back into the easy, like the memories of it. It's just, you can kind of just go and pick up where you left off. You're kind of just fooling yourself into thinking that what you're experiencing is real because you're only doing it out of comfort. That's what I'm getting from it. It seems to be like you've went through a rough patch or whatever, and then you kind of reconnect with somebody in your past who can provide a certain level of comfort that you've got nostalgic feelings towards, and so you kind of dive into that head first before you realise that really it's not actually real. It's just you trying to convince yourself that it's real because it's what you need at the time to help you get through whatever the fuck it is you've been going through. But
Who's gonna tell me the truth when you blew in with the winds of fate and told me I reformed you when your impressionist paintings of heaven turned out to be fakes? Well, you took me to hell too, and all at once the ink bleeds. A con man sells a fool a get love quick scheme. But I felt a hole like this never before, and ever since. If you know it in one glimpse, it's legendary. What we thought was for all time was momentary. Still alive, killing time at the cemetery, never quite buried. You cinephile in black and white, all those plot twists and dynamite. Mr. Steal your girl, then make her cry. You said I'm the love of your life. You shit talked me under the table, talking rings and talking cradles. I wish I could unrecall how we almost had it all. Dancing phantoms on the terrace, are they secondhand embarrassed that I can't get out of bed? Cause something counterfeit's dead. It was legendary.
oh man. I'm right though. It is about her falling back into a previous relationship where, and that's where the whole get love quick scheme fucking thing is from. She basically is went, there's comfort in this. There's comfort in the consolation of settling for somebody that you know is wrong for you, but you had an easy thing with before. And then when you get it back and all the old problems start to resurface. Oh, this is fucking genius. But also that line. In fact, that entire bridge was
Of your life. You shit talked me under the table, talking rings and talking cradles. I wish I could unrecall how we almost had it all. Dancing phantoms on the terrace, are they secondhand embarrassed that I can't get out of bed? Cause something counterfeit's dead.
that's so good.
It was legendary. It was momentary.
Oh, the
It
bass.
was unnecessary. Should've let it stay buried. Oh, what a valiant roar. What a bland goodbye. The coward claimed he was a lion. I'm combing through the braids of lies. I'll never leave, never mind. Our field of dreams engulfed in fire. Your arsons match your
Well, that's emotionally devastating. That was emotionally devastating. Holy fuck. Loss of my life. Right. I get it now. Right. 11 out of 10. 11 out of 10. An absolutely fucking beautiful, haunting, devastating ballad. We are now doing I Can Do It With a Broken Heart.
I can read your mind. She's having the time of her life. There in her glittering prime, the lights refract sequin stars off her silhouette every night. I can show you lies. I'm a real tough kid, I can handle my shit. They said, babe, you gotta fake it till you make it, and I did. Lights, camera, bitch, smile, even when you wanna die. He said he loved me all his life, but that life was too short. Breaking down, I hit the floor. All the pieces of me shattered as the crowd was chanting more. I was grinning like I'm winning, I was hitting my marks, 'cause I can do it with a broken heart. So depressed, I act like it's my birthday every day. I'm so obsessed with him, but he avoids me like a plague.
This is genius. This is fucking genius. The juxtaposition of the lyrics and the music. Okay, it's fucking clever. Also, the wee doo-doo noise is, it sounds like a notification. I can't remember for which app, but it sounds like a notification.
I'm so obsessed with him, but he avoids me like a plague. I cry a lot, but I am so productive. It's an art. You know you're good when you can't even do it with a broken heart. I can hold my breath. I've been doing it since he left. I keep finding his things in drawers, crucial evidence I didn't imagine the whole thing. I'm sure I can pass this test, 'cause I'm a real tough kid, I can handle my shit. They said, baby, gotta...
True story. So, my friend signed me. I don't know why I did this. He signed me up for Grindr, and then he stole a bunch of my photos from like Facebook, I think. Not was MySpace back in the day. He put them up on Grindr and made me a profile, and then he phoned me and was like, "Mate, I put you up on Grindr, by the way," and I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "Just because." And I was like, I was like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "Don't worry, I've not put like your phone number or anything like that." He's like, "I've just made a profile for you." And I was like, "Why?" And he was like, "Because you're dating really you're really unlucky with women. So I want to see if you'll be any luckier with guys." And I was like, "That's wild, but okay." And then he kept messaging me updates, going, mate, actually, like a lot of folk are are liking your profile." And I was like, "All right." And then maybe about 2 hours later, I texted him going, "So how's the Grindr profile gone?" And he said, "Nah, I've deleted it, mate. I was getting too jealous. Folk kept on sending me dick pics and trying to shack me." I've never felt as impressed as I was by the gay community in that afternoon. Actually, right, I've got more stories about right, so fuck it, right. I'm going to say something, right? You guys are going to think I'm making this up. This 100% happened. So, I'm at a club, right, with my friend, and he's hooking up with some girl, and we're outside. So the three of us are standing outside the club, and we're pretty pissed, and we're having a wee chat. You know that drunk way where, like, you're quite friendly, so if, like, there's somebody standing nearby and that, you'll just include them in the conversation and stuff. There was a guy who was standing about maybe 10 yards away, and he was clearly listening to the conversation because he kept on laughing whenever any of us said something funny. So eventually I was just like, I just kind of included them into the conversation. I was like, oh, fuck it, mate, you might as well come here and chat with us. You're just standing outside smoking anyway, so are we. And maybe about 20 minutes passed, and then my mate was like, listen, I don't mean this bad, Mark, but is there any chance you can shut up? Because I kind of want to go and get my fucking hole, and I can't really do that whilst you're standing here chatting. I was like, fine, mate, that's fine. But that guy had disappeared. And then, so I was walking home, and no, Leah, it gets worse, right? So I was walking home, right? And if you can picture this, right? So this, right, was the street, right? And then there was a corner here, and I was going up this way, right? But there was a corner here where it went into a kind of like alleyway thing, right? And as I was walking past the alleyway, I seen that guy just inside it, pissing against the wall, I thought. And I went, that's a great idea, mate. I could do with a pish. So I went like maybe 10, 12 yards down the wall from the guy, because all the guys in the chat will back me up here. There is an etiquette to when you're pissing in the same area as another guy, which is that you give a wide distance. You give a distance. Like, if there's 3 urinals, you pick the ones at the sides. You don't pick the one in the middle, you pick the ones in the sides. So then I'm peeing against the wall. Guy starts coming towards me. I get stage fright. I'm trying to put the wee man back in. He comes up and tries to slide his hand down my trousers, and I went, whoa, what the fuck, mate? And as I turned around, I realised he's not pissing, he was having a fucking wank. And I was like, whoa, the fuck are you doing that way? And he was like, are you gay? And I was like, I've got a girlfriend. And he was like, but are you bisexual? And I was like, what the fuck does it mean? And I was like, what the fuck does it matter if I'm bisexual or not? Like, I mean, I'm not, but what the fuck does that even matter? I've just told you I have a girlfriend. So you maybe want to get that the fuck out my face. And then, and he went, where are you staying tonight? I'll come home with you. And I went, I'm staying with my parents, and they hate homosexuals. And then I ran away. There was another time when I was in a town in England, and some guy who, like, genuinely was trying to rape me, and it was fucking terrifying. He came up to me in the bathroom. We were playing a gig, and he came up to me in the bathroom and then looked and went, you don't have a 6-pack, mate, but I'd still totally fuck you. And I went, cheers. Thanks, aye. He was the barman. So I went up to the bar and was like, can I get a whiskey and coke, please? And I didn't watch what he was pouring, but he poured like that much whiskey and about that much coke. I was already kind of drunk, so you know that way when you're drunk and you've been smoking a lot, you can't really taste anything anymore. You're just drinking for the sake of fucking drinking. I'd got on stage and I had that, and I realised, like, the stage was a bit too shaky to have a glass sitting on it. I was like, this is going to spill everywhere. I'm just going to have to drink the fucking drink. So I downed it, and I was fucked. Like, completely fucked. Which was obviously the guy's intention anyway, but that's neither here nor there. We played the gig, and I come off the stage, and my friends looked round, and the guy had grabbed me. And by this point, I was like at the level of drunk where I no longer have control over my limbs. I was just like, fucking thingy. And the guy was like dragging me down the street. My friends were like, what the fuck is happening here? And I was like, I don't want to go with this guy. Whilst he was just dragging me. And they were like, mate, what the fuck? What are you doing? And he's like, oh, he's going back to my house with me. And I was like, I don't want to though. But I had no control over my limbs to stop him. Luckily, he almost got his fucking cunt kicked in. But my pals were like, if you don't let him go, we're going to actually beat the living fuck out you, mate. And he was like, so he just dropped me. and I was just paralytically drunk for the rest of the night. And then I went to like a house party, and there was a guy. This was a rough night for me. There was a guy who then was like sitting next to me at this house party, and he was like, Mark, and I was like, what? And he was like, are you bisexual? And I was like, I'll fuck anything, mate. Like, because at this point I was trying not to pass out, and I didn't really give a fuck, and I was just like, I'll fuck anything, mate, whatever. And then he was like, no, Mark, loads of guys say that they're bisexual, but me, I've done it. I mean, good for you, pal. Good for you. And he was like, do you want to come up and see my bedroom? And I was like, no, leave me alone. Like, what the fuck? And then everybody else had to kick the guy out of the party. It was just weird. Anyway, back to the song.
'Cause I'm a real tough kid, I can handle my shit. They said, baby, gotta fake it till you make it, and I did. Lights, camera, bitch, smile, Insta letters for miles. He said he loved me for all time, but that time was quite short. Breaking down, I hit the floor. All the pieces of me shattered as the crowd was chanting more. I was grinning like I'm winning, I was hitting my marks. 'Cause I can do it with a broken heart.
Yes.
I'm so depressed, I act like it's my birthday every day. I'm so obsessed with him, but he avoids me like the plague. I cry a lot, but I am so productive. It's an art. You know you're good when you can even do it with a broken heart. You know you're good when you can even do it with a broken heart. You know you're good. I'm good. 'Cause I'm miserable.
Fucking
And
hell.
nobody even knows. Try to cover my job.
That song felt a bit like, I don't know how many of you will have seen this, but it felt a little bit like Taylor Swift doing Inside by Bo Burnham, where it was like just really, really, it had that kind of happy thing, like had the happy facade, but with the lyrics that are just like, I am totally fucking miserable. You don't know how much it is performative and how much it is, no, they're actually fucking miserable. But then that also then has to make you sit there and think, what role am I playing right now? Because I'm sitting here getting entertainment from your fucking misery. So am I part of the problem? And I don't want to be a part of the problem, but does she feel like am I entitled? Does she feel like she needs to be writing this stuff for me? It's a really, really clever way of casting a mirror to the fans to go, fuck yous guys for sitting there making me have to go through this when I'm at my lowest ebb. But then also, you've got the whole thing where the media and the likes of me absolutely shot on her from a great height and was like, oh, you're writing all these fucking songs about breakup songs and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, because she was trying to channel some of the fucking misery that she was going through into something productive. And the more that she did that, the more that everybody shot on her for doing that. That's a fucking cycle. That is a cycle I fucking hate. And to have went and put that out there in such a bold fucking statement musically is genius. Is it my favourite song on the album? No, because musically it's not really my cup of tea. For the statement, that's like a 9. I appreciate what that song was achieving. Also, guys, I've realised, it's just occurred to me that I'm sitting here telling you the jokes, no, telling you the stories like they're really funny and that, but at least 2 of these stories were sexual assault, which is not that funny. I don't think enough guys talk about that stuff. The first story with the guy wanking at me, like, that's horrific. That was horrific. The story where the guy was dragging me down the fucking, that was genuinely, like, at the time terrifying. But I feel conditioned to pass it off as a joke. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of guys do. Like, a lot of guys, it's different for guys than it is for women. Kinda. It's weird. Like, women are conditioned to shut the fuck up about it. And men are conditioned that they should appreciate it. Like, yeah, like, we don't talk about it at all. Or if we do talk about it, we pass it off as a joke, or we go, how cool was this? When we actually didn't think it was that cool. We didn't. Like, we were uncomfortable. We feel like shouldn't feel that way, so we pretend that we don't. Like, if a woman sexually assaulted me, right, I wouldn't be scared of being murdered, right? Stronger than most women, naturally. Keep in mind, with my thing, it was a guy that was dragging me down the street. And I'm not that big a fucking guy. I'm not particularly tall. I'm not particularly muscly. Especially not at that point. At that point in time, I had, like, fucking hell, we're getting into the weeds here, right? Okay, but at that point in time, I had slight eating disorder. I only weighed like 8 stone. I was fucking skin and bone at that point. It was a whole thing. Oh, no, none of this is making it to YouTube. Oh, that's all far too personal. Right, okay, what's the next song? The smallest man who ever lived. Okay. Yeah, this is absolutely 100% Patreon. It's definitely not making its way into fucking YouTube. Screw that for a laugh.
Was any of it true? Gazing at me starry-eyed in your Jehovah's Witness suit. Who the fuck was that guy? You tried to buy some pills from a friend of friends of mine.
I love that melody.
They just ghosted you. Now you know what it feels like. And I don't even want you back, I just want to know if rusting my sparkling summer was the goal. And I don't miss what we had, but could someone give a message to the smallest man who ever lived? You hung me on your wall, stabbed me with your push pins, in public showed me off, then sank in stoned oblivion. 'Cause once your queen had come, you treat her like an also-ran. You didn't measure up in any measure of a man.
Oh, good lord, that's such a good fucking line. Oh, okay. I don't know that this song is about Matt Healy, but oh, it's fucking, somebody's woke up choosing fucking violence today. That's brutal.
And I don't even want you back, I just want to know if rusting my sparkling summer was the goal. And I don't miss what we had, but could someone give a message to the smallest man who ever lived? Were you sent by someone who wanted me dead?
Yes.
Did you sleep with a gun underneath our bed? 'cause it wasn't sexy once it wasn't forbidden. I would have died for your sins. Instead I just died inside. And you deserve prison, but you won't get time. You'll slide into inboxes and slip through the bars. You crashed my party and your rental car. You said normal girls were boring, but you were gone by the morning. You kicked out the stage lights, but you're still performing. And in plain sight you hid, but you are what you did. And I'll forget you, but I'll never forgive the smallest man who ever lived.
Holy fuck. Holy fuck. That was a brutal, brutal takedown. And the drum sounded massive. Like, some of that was so fucking specific that it has to be about him. And then some of the accusations made, he should go to jail for what he did, but he's just going to go into inboxes and slide through bars. That's such a it's a good lyric. Right, so the next song's The Alchemy. That's as good an intro as you're getting.
This happens once every few lifetimes.
Oh, that low note.
These chemicals hit me like white wine. What if I told you I'm back? The hospital was a drag. Worst sleep that I ever had. I circled you on a map. I haven't come around in so long, but I'm coming back so strong. So when I touch down, call the amateurs and cut them from the team. Ditch the clowns, get the crown, baby, I'm the one to be. 'Cause the sign on your heart said it's still reserved for me. Honestly, who are we to fight the alchemy? Hey you, what if I told you we're cool? That child's play back in school is forgiven under my rule. I haven't come around in so long, but I'm making a comeback to where I belong.
So is this about a new relationship? Because this one seems so much more hopeful and happy. So I really like how the album has went from totally fucking broken woman. The previous song is an absolutely fucking just brutal takedown of the person that's caused all the fucking misery. And then straight away, straight after that ends, you get there's hope. Every day you can move on, you can find something good. And that's just beautiful. I feel like with the album being as drenched in sadness as it is, it did need a kind of hopeful ending. And I quite like that's where we've went with it. It's clever track listing.
I haven't come around in so long, but I'm making a comeback to where I belong. So when I touch down, call the amateurs and cut them from the team. Ditch the clowns, get the crown, baby, I'm the one to be. 'Cause the sign on your heart said it's still reserved for me. Honestly, who are we to fight the alchemy? These thugs swarm the benches, we've been on a winning streak. He jokes that it's heroin, but over their heads, fear sticking to the floor. Cheers chanted cause they said there was no chance. Trying to be the greatest in the league. Where's the trophy? He just comes running over to me. Touchdown, call the amateurs and cut him from the tee. Ditch the clouds, get the crown, baby, I'm the one to be. Cause the sign on your heart said it's still reserved for me. Honestly, who are we to fight the alchemy? These bugs swarm the benches, we've been on a winning streak. Eating jokes that it's heroin, but this time with an E. Cause the sign on your heart said it's still reserved for me. Honestly, who are we to fight the alchemy? This happens once every few lifetimes. These chemicals hit me like a white wine.
Oh wait, I'll let it finish. Oh what? That's it finished? Fuck's sake. Right, okay, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. See when the second chorus kicked in, with the whole he just comes running over to me, I got actual goosebumps. That was fucking beautiful. Absolutely fucking beautiful. Also, the whole these chemicals making me like white wine. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Just a nice wee Love Drunk reference. Like, just a really clever and cool way of saying Love Drunk. That song. So, sonically, that song felt a bit like, and don't get angry here, it felt a bit like first album Lana Del Rey, which obviously there's going to be similarities because same producer, and so I feel like he was kind of in his pocket with this song. This is exactly in Antonov's wheelhouse to do a song like this. When the drums kicked in for that second chorus and it just went fucking huge, that was stunning. Such a good song. That one's a solid fucking... I'm going to say that one's an 11. That deep into the album, you needed it. Like, you needed a wee bit of positivity. It makes you like you end up you end up happy for her. You end up having a sense of kind of vicarious happiness because after having heard all the shit that she's went through, you know what it's like. Shawshank Redemption. You're watching the film. It's fucking hugely long. It's miserable. You think that Andy Dufresne has hung himself. They've set it up that he's hung himself, and then the jailer and then the wee guy that owns the prison goes into the prison cell and he's not there, Andy's no there, and you're like, what the fuck? And then he throws the stone through the poster, and when you realise that, oh, hold on a second, Andy is out there, and you've got the shot of him on his knees in the rain, and like, honestly, the first time I watched that film, I almost fucking cried. I was so happy that he hadn't hung himself. I was like, I can't believe you guys fucking just did that to me and pulled the rug out that way. And it's the same kind of thing. You just get a fucking flood of catharsis through you going, like, I'm just really happy that she's now in a better place. And I think if I had heard that song individually on its own, I would not have had that reaction to it. But I think because we're now sitting at like 4 hours and I've been like so deep diving into it, now that I've got to that song, I'm like, it's just, I'm tired, I'm emotional, it fucking smacked me in the feels. It's so good. She's in a happier place. We're now on to the album ender, Clara Bow. I mean, instantly that bass sounds absolutely fucking fantastic. When I decide to write this album, wait, for the folk on YouTube. So YouTube, I've decided that I'm writing an album, and if you guys would like to help me with that at all, there is a wish list of things that I need to be able to make the album on the channel's main page. Have a look for it, it's there. I might also link it in the description below. I don't know. I want to write an album. I'm also going to start probably a new channel that will be the journey of making the album. So when I get that done, feel free to go and find it and subscribe to it. Which is all to say, when I do make the album, I want that bass sound. Because
You look like Clara Bow in this light. Remarkable all your life.
yes.
Did you know you'd be picked like a rose? I'm not trying to exaggerate, but I think I might die if it happened. Die if it happened to me. No one in my small town thought I'd see the lights of Manhattan. This town is fake, but you're the real thing. Breath of fresh air through smoke rings. Take the glory, give everything. Promise to be dazzling.
Ho ho.
You look like Stevie Nicks in 75. The hair and lips crowd goes wild at her fingertips. Half moonshine, a full eclipse. I'm not trying to exaggerate, but I think I might die if I made it. Die if I made it. No one in my small town thought I'd meet these suits in LA. They all wanna stay. This town is fake, but you're the real thing. Breath of fresh air through smoke rings. Take the glory, give everything. Promise to be dazzling. The crown is stained, but you're the real queen. Flesh and blood amongst war machines. You're the new god we're worshipping. Promise to be dazzling. Beauty is a beast that roars down on all fours, demanding more. Only when your girlish glow flickers just so do they let you know. It's hell on earth to be heavenly. Them's the breaks, they don't come gently. You look like Taylor Swift in this light. We're loving it, you've got edge. She never did, the future's bright, dazzling.
Oh, that was fucking beautiful. This. Yes. As an album closer, it's fucking kind of perfect. I really liked how self-referential that was, with her using her own name and stuff, and then also the whole kind of comparison to Stevie Nicks, famously an absolute fucking train wreck, a human being that was worshipped by everybody. That was a 12. That one's a 12. It was a beautiful fucking track to finish the album on. So let's score it. Right, let's score it. 9.25. There's a 9.25. What? The addition was wrong by 2? How? 15, 23, 33, 44, 51, 57, 67, 75, 85, 95, 106, 115, 125, 136, 148. It got a 9.25 It got a 9.3. A 9.3 out of 10. That was the official final score for the album. 9.3 out of 10. That's a fucking brilliant album. Brilliant album. I will do the second half at some point. Guys, I've been markabusi. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of yous. Good night. Have a nice night.